So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Photo Conversations, where we have conversations about photography, film, and so much more about life. But today I'm not talking about film and photography. Like I told you, some of the videos that I'm going to make on Photo Conversations are totally not about photography, but about my experience as a person. And my experience as a person is not entirely comprised of only photography and film. And when you see this guy in the background, you know I'm definitely going to talk about cars. So I got an opportunity to ride the Mitsubishi L200 pickup single cabin for Christmas, and I'm actually at a campsite, my favorite campsite, Nile River Camp, where I usually go to see the river and enjoy the monkeys jumping around the trees and basically the ambience. It's a place I go to relax. So anyways, I got an opportunity to drive the Mitsubishi L200, and it reminded me of my childhood growing up. I remember when we were growing up, literally most homes had a pickup truck, and growing up we were in a boarding school, and the fact that we were living so many in the same home, we're living with our cousins, we're living with our uncles and siblings and everybody else. It was such an interesting life to be alive at that time. So one of the things I remember is that we had a pickup. We had an L200, but also we had a Hilux at the time. But these were double cabin. Then we also had an Isuzu, that single cabin. But I remember that a pickup was a very, very essential tool to our being or to our life where we used to live. We used to use the pickup to fetch water when national water was off. We'd go to the borehole and then carry all the jerry cans and all the containers that were used to contain water. So we used to carry and sit at the back, and we would go to the well or to the borehole happily and having fun behind the cabin. And we enjoyed that. But of late, I see pickup trucks are only used for construction and maybe a few farmers here and there. Most of the cars that we are driving nowadays are SUVs, saloon cars. You find guys in their Subarus, in their, what are these cars called? Wish, and so many other cars that are basically closed. And I'm not trying to demonize people owning whatever cars they want, but I feel that every man should own a pickup truck. A pickup truck is an interesting car because anything you throw at it, it will do. And the space that you have at the back is just amazing. And when you think about it from a business perspective, any business that you think about, a pickup truck is relevant to that business. Think about construction. If you are maybe an engineer that is starting to work or starting to establish yourself as an engineer, then a pickup truck like this is one of the things you need to own to be able to carry your equipment, to be able to carry a few building materials if you need them, and also carry yourself and your team. Because when you think about it, say you're a construction company and you're starting out, you probably do not have the money to buy many vehicles that can help you on site. But then a pickup is a multi-purpose vehicle that you can use to do so many other tasks. Think about a farm. If you're running a farm, a pickup is going to be very, very pivotal to all the work that you do on a farm, because maybe you need water to irrigate your crops. You're going to need a pickup to carry it, maybe using those containers. When you think about harvesting, you're going to need a pickup to carry your harvest from the garden. And when you think about maybe carrying the logs or the poles to build animal houses or animal cribs, you're going to need a pickup truck. But unfortunately, you don't find people driving these pickup trucks around Kampala that much, those that drive the pickups, of course, the pickups they're going to have are going to be like maybe the Ford Rangers and maybe the Land Rover, pickup versions, and the Vigos, the Hilux, those new 2020 Hilux Vigo, the Revos, the Hilux Revo. Those are the ones that are going to have, and they're equally good, but most of the time you find they buy them for just the prestige of having a huge car, and for the swag of having the car. But if you are a real worker or a real hustler, then you need a pickup to be able to do so many things. When you think about just being an architect, you'll need a pickup probably to carry a few things here and there. And I'll tell you one thing that is interesting is that a pickup itself can be the center of any kind of business that you are doing. Even as a photographer, I carried my equipment in this pickup while I was coming to Ginger. And guess what? Everything fit in well. Of course, I had to put them in Pelican cases to make sure that we don't have a problem of rain. So I put all the cases in the Pelican, put all the equipment in the Pelican cases, and then I covered it up with a tarpaulin. And guess what? Everything fits perfectly. As a photographer, of course, it's 50-50. Sometimes you want to be in a closed car, but but now I think that if you're going to be in a full-blown production setting, you might need a pickup actually to carry your C-stands, tripods. I'm talking about like if you're going to have a real production company, not just maybe your videographer for a wedding or just a photographer, but if you're thinking of like having like a proper production company, then a pickup can also do that kind of work. And the other thing is the L200 Mitsubishi is a four-wheel drive pickup. I got stuck somewhere when I was climbing up the campsite, and I spent the night there because I didn't want to do much at night. But in the morning when I woke up, I just engaged my four-wheel drive, and then I was able to get over it. So the L200 Mitsubishi pickup is one of the pickup trucks that you can think about. And guess what? They do not cost a lot like the Hiluxes and the other versions. So yeah, that is my experience with the pickup. I would say every man should think of owning a pickup truck because it basically helps you do so many other things. Think of any business, think of any activity, think of anything that you want to do, then a pickup will exactly do that. I've also thought of like people that own restaurants and they want to carry maybe food to events, or you want to carry your food to maybe a certain place in town, and then you have those huge saucepans, you have all the cooking equipment. One of the things you can think about is owning a pickup to be able to carry those things and take them to wherever you want to go. So I am actually looking to also get a pickup truck. But to be honest, the experience I've had with the L200 Mitsubishi is amazing. And this is also something I'm going to talk about. I know it's going to rub some people in a bad way, this is just my opinion. I've had an experience with the Hilux. I've had an experience now with the Mitsubishi L200, and I've also had an experience with the Nissan hardbody, which are the pickup. I've seen the D-Max Isuzu, and I'll tell you one thing for sure. Most of the pickups that I've seen around and tried to, and also maybe the Ford Ranger, I've also had an experience with that. One thing I'm going to tell you is that when you look at the cost of owning, so one of the things I'm going to share with you today is a bit controversial, and it's going to rub Toyota guys badly, not in a good way, yeah. But this is a fact. I feel that Hilux Toyota pickups are a little bit overrated and also overpriced, especially for a Ugandan who wants maybe to just have a pickup to use on his farm or to use on his private property or do business. I feel that Hilux is a good car. That's for sure. It's reliable, it is cheap to maintain, it is all around. You can use it for anything. But the issue is Hilux is damn expensive. And when you think about it, as a person that wants to start a business, you're thinking, okay, I want to buy a Hilux. It's going to cost me maybe 40 million second-hand used. When you compare that to an L200, and this is a conversation I've had with all my friends that drive cars, and we argue about it. But when you think about Mitsubishi L200, that has exactly the same capabilities like the Hilux. And the only issue here is that according to Ugandan opinion, Hilux is the best. They'll tell you, no, do not buy the L200. You're going to spend most of your time in the garage. The spare parts are expensive and all that. But to be honest with you, I've been driving Mitsubishi for a very long time because I've been driving the Pajeros. And guess what? It's the same engine in the L200. And to be honest, I've not spent as much as the Toyota people want you to believe you're spending on maintenance. So you're getting the same thing in an L200 Mitsubishi, but even at a cheaper price than the Hilux. For me, anytime I'll definitely go for an L200 and not a Hilux. Not because the Hilux isn't a good choice. The problem is that the Hilux is highly priced. It's overpriced for someone that just wants to start a business or for someone that is just starting out. Yes, if I had my money, I'd definitely go to Toyota and buy a brand new pickup truck. But you know, the economy won't allow that. So until then, I'm going to be cruising the L200 Mitsubishi. And let's see how many times we'll go to the garage. And let's also see if in the garage we won't find the Toyota guys in there also trying to fix a thing or two. So this is just entirely my opinion. I've enjoyed the L200. The four-wheel is great. The comfort on the road is amazing. The space is good enough. And the handling on the road is just great. So yeah, that's my conversation for today about cars. Thank you so much, and catch you on the next one.